What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Breaking News. 5 heirs destroying SBA EIDL grant and loan credibility. It is Friday, TGIF, April the 30th, 2021. Please give Tupac and I a big thumbs up. Hashtag EIDL in the comments below. And by the way, we have not one but 2 reporters at the Wall Street Journal that are this close to blowing this story wide open. They've asked me not to give out their names or their email addresses yet. But along with Patrick TERPSTRA, over 1,000 of you voted on Twitter at Try Small Biz. I really appreciate that. Somebody's about to become a nationwide hero to 33 million small business owners and at least 9 million that applied for the Eidl loan and the grant last year. So ladies and gentlemen, I've got more good news on that blue button. Fun now. Pull up a chair. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, glass of wine. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close on a really high note. There's developments in the last 24 hours with respect to the request funding and fund now button. I'll get to that in a second, but I still have no air conditioning. I'm sweating like a pig. Do you know that Lennox, which serves my home, is totally out of coils? There's no coils. They're way behind on coils because of this COVID-19 shutdown bullshit. I have to go out and buy a new system, but guess what? They're so backed up because there is no coils. I can't get it until next Wednesday or Thursday. So ladies and gentlemen, if I look like I'm sweating like a pig, I really am. But I'll never stop. Money never sleeps, right? Money never sleeps. You're my family. I've been bitten by the bug known as EIDL, and I want to expose at least 5. I could go to 50 if I had more time. But 5 heirs right now that these reporters are going to dig deep on over the course of the next week to 10 days that are destroying credibility at the SBA. But let me just start by saying this. I take no pleasure in attacking the SBA. In fact, if you're following me on Twitter at Try Small Biz, I give as much love as I do hate with respect to what's going on. But we have to be honest at this point. And I've got bloodthirsty haters out there that said, how come you're not suing? I thought you were going to sue 2-3 months ago. We're getting that 500-car pileup. We're real close. I'm hoping that these reporters blow it out of the water. Then a couple of high-powered Morgan & Morgan, for example, out of Florida. That guy's a powerhouse. Step up to the plate. Set up a website like one of you suggested on Twitter a little bit while ago, and we'll all upload our nightmares. And it'll just run and run and run and run, and it'll turn into the largest class action lawsuit in SBA history. But I don't want to do that. I think Miss Isabel Guzman is doing her damnedest to get the ship steered in the right direction to avoid the iceberg. But there's major dysfunction, and I'm seeing in the last 24 hours, what the fuck is this about Rocket Mortgage, who they outsource the loans and the grants to, incentivizing people that you've got to do 50 loans a day, and if you don't have a fair mix of accepted and declined, they fire you. So is that true? Is that really true? I want to know. Wall Street Journal, Patrick, is it really true that incentivize, kind of like the cop, right? Who's got to write certain number of traffic tickets every fucking week in order to help pay the bills? Well, what if they are incentivizing people not only to approve 24 months of working capital, but you got to come up with a certain number of declines, just like the cop, right? Occasionally lets you go, but sometimes he goes back and he writes that fucking ticket. Is that what's going on? I want an answer. But here are the 5 errors that are destroying SBA credibility, and then I'll end on a positive note. There are people who are U.S. citizens, like Bubba Wilson out of Mississippi, that are being told by the SBA, the reason you got declined for the targeted Eidl advance is because you were born in Guatemala. What? I'm not fucking Guatemalan. Bubba's not Guatemalan. What the hell is going on there? There's one for you. Here's another one. People being accused of being delinquent on child support. They never had kids. Or they've been married to the same husband or wife for 35 or 40 years. There's another error. How about this one? 30% economic loss is the requirement for the $10,000 targeted Eidl advance. We all know that. I have in my box right here hundreds of people that sent me screenshots, because I told you, screenshot the purple zone if you're in it. Screenshot your income receipts before you submit that application. And I can clearly see, well, Jesus Christ, forgive me, from June and July of 19 to 20, you suffered a 55, 60, 70% economic loss. But some contractor at the SBA who's probably incentivized says, nah, I don't think so. You didn't suffer a sufficient economic loss. Error number 4. Senior moment. Oh. We don't edit around here. If you're new, I hope you enjoy this channel because I am one of a kind. I'm fighting as a small business owner, sitting in a house that's 82 degrees right now, fighting like hell because they've been wrong, and I ain't going to quit. I'm coming back. $10,000 or the balance thereof, regardless of size, location, or credit score. 24 months of working capital without any games. I want the caps moved to $2 million officially, Isabel Guzman, before we see these blue buttons show up in the next few days. And yes, Mr. Big Ben Cardin and I are going to work hand in glove so that you never pay the SBA a fucking dime this time next year. So error number 4, and I may forget number 5. I may leave it out. If I haven't said enough already for you reporters out there, I mean, who's going to be the hero? Who's going to step up to the plate and take on the responsibility that I and Speak and See and Stephen Carlson and Max Maher, writer over at Skip, and all the other people that are fighting to get people their money, who is going to step up to the plate, whether it's a law firm, the news media, or both, to hold the SBA accountable? Perhaps the biggest one, and this really burns my ass, is this do not pay bullshit. The SBA is declining large numbers of people. And again, email Patrick, Patrick, .terpstra, TERPSTRA, at scripps.com, SCRIPPS. I'll put it in the pinned comment again, .com. He's the guy that said they had $271 billion. He did the big expose about a month ago on national television. Well, he's going to come back with round 2. We heard from him today. He sees the 500 fucking car pileup that we have developing, but he needs to hear from all of you. I need everyone. If you've been accused of some of these ridiculous errors or you got your own horror story, make sure you go to @TrySmallBiz on Twitter, vote on the poll. Over 1,000 already have. Thank you very much. And then you got to email Patrick. He's the reporter, along with the Wall Street Journal possibly, which might even get even greater reach. Something's going to happen in the next week or two, but I need you guys to help. But this do not pay bullshit. The SBA is declining people because you're supposedly on a do not pay list. Oh, really? But then here's the worst part. We're unable to tell you why that is. Okay, so I'm on a do not pay list. Yes, you are. But you can't tell me where or why or how. Nope. We can't tell you that. So look, folks, Patrick, Wall Street Journal, Morgan & Morgan, we have a 300 to 400 car pileup. By the end of this week, beginning of next, it'll be at 500 cars. So who's going to step up to the plate along with me and other channels that I recommended and solve this fucking problem once and for all? Because I'm tired of, it's just the loud guy over there running his mouth again. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't have any proof. Well, Patrick got over 600 emails in the last 24 hours. He sees the proof. He's going to blow the lid off this, but I want the Wall Street Journal and Morgan. I want them all to come together. I don't want to sue. It's going to take too long to get you your money. I want this solved by the media and some law firm like a Morgan & Morgan to step up and say, we could sue the bejesus out of you if you don't fix this problem. @TrySmallBiz on Twitter. If you're not following the action, you're missing half the story, more than half the story. That's where all the congressmen and women are. That's where all the reporters are. They're not scouring comments on YouTube. They're all on Twitter. So get your ass over there, please, and vote and email Patrick, Terpstra at scripps.com. Don't forget the dot after the first name. All right, good news to leave you on. Try to keep it under 10 minutes. More developments. If you go to Reddit and you search 24 months of Eidl Capital, you'll see that there were developments last night on the SBA website, according to the code writers. Yeah, I'm sweating like a pig. It is 82 degrees in here. There is a blue request funding button that was supposed to be here. Some said today. I said more like Monday or Tuesday of next week. It says if you hit request funding, it'll tell upwards of 80% of you, congratulations, you've been selected for automatic approval. Hit this Fund Now button and we'll send you a wire transfer. Then the Fund Now button comes up and you hit that after you sign your closing doc, and the money's going to show up, I don't know, within 4 or 5 days. So I'll have more good news on that shortly. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, always remember that I, Tupac, in this very hot house just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, we love you. And thank you so much for watching.